7, 2016. This is CISG114, Section 1, Web Technology. And today is day number 13 into week number 7. So in other words, that's the last week for learning contract number 2. And we're going to start learning contract number 3 next week. So let's get started. First of all, welcome back to today's class. If you look at the calendar, we are already in week number 7. If you look at it very carefully, you know this is the very last week for self-regulated learning. That means you should have 3 weeks' time getting yourself ready for understanding and practicing self-regulated learning. In other words, you need to know the goals of your learning in a particular sense of these 3 weeks for self-regulated learning, learning contract number 2. Allow me to remind you, you need to set goals, which normally is based on the requirements at the end of the learning contract. In other words, if you have not voted not to submit the artifacts for learning contract number 2, by this Saturday, you need to submit 6 important learning artifacts, just like in the first learning contract. Now, since we've already got the voting result, in other words, you do not need to submit the learning artifacts by this weekend, but it does not mean you need not to get ready for the next phase of your study. In other words, that is next learning contract, also the last learning contract in terms of problem-based learning. Problem-based learning has a lot to do with teamwork. That's why you should have a team now. If you do not know what your team membership is, allow me to show you the message of this week. Towards the end of this message, you can see that I've already given you based on your preferences of the team identity. Okay? Based on your team preferences, better say preferences of the team formations, which I received from you as of last week. The following is the compositions. Okay? So you can check your team identity there, and you can actually use those team forums and team wiki now. Okay, having said that, allow me to get you back to this week. First of all, when you look at each week's important information, allow me to just make sure you do not miss them. Now, so far in the second learning contract, we have walked through week number 5, which is the first week number 6, which is the second week last week, and this is week number 7, the last week for learning contract number 2. Now, in each week, just as in the first learning contract, you have a reading list, reading for that particular week. And if you look into the reading list, you can find a number of questions there, okay? For example, in the reading list for week number 7, you have the following question, actually 5 questions. For example, what is a MESA? Very important. What are virtual office applications? Okay? What is tagging? Okay? And then what is taxonomy? Finally, what is a social web? Now, your job, remember, for each week is to look at the reading list and choose one question, one topic. And we call such questions a topic for your own investigations before the end of that week. Now, we do not hold you responsible for submitting anything at the end of the week, because it's important that you get yourself prepared to contribute to the teamwork. Okay, in the second learning contract, and also the contributor teamwork in the third learning contract. In other words, you need to prepare something to discuss with your team members and peer members when it comes to doing teamwork. Now that is very important. So let's get back here. So last week, let's go back a little bit to last week. We say that you have to make sure when you go home, you choose between your attitudes in getting used to surface learning or deep learning. Remember in the teacher's message there in this week number 6, I invite you to spend 30 minutes time here, okay, to watch this very important short film, which are divided into 3 parts, about 8 to 10 minutes each part, to help you decide on who you are as a student. Okay? So I cannot force you to be a deep learner when your mentality asks for a surface approach. And we, as human beings, a flexible human being. Sometimes when we are faced with an issue we are not so much interested in, we know how to be agile enough not to spend so much time there, as long as the basic requirement is fulfilled. So it's really a matter of private decisions to see how you're going to choose your learning approach. But no matter which approach you choose, in this episode of something which help you to understand the way we approach our learning, you have to make sure that what you're doing is in a sense of helping you to apply what you can learn within a specific period of time. Otherwise, you can easily forget. Okay? So it's also a very important point because you've done 12 years of primary school and also secondary school. And when we are often asked the question, how much of what you learned over 12 years can you demonstrate? And sometimes we just simply say, we forgot. Okay? So we have to soldier these differences between the learning perspective from a deep approach to a surface approach. Alright? So having said that, do you still remember we would like to introduce to you as a last week of the importance of teamwork. Now that you're a team, okay, now that you also understand by April the 2nd, okay, that is the deadline for the last learning contract, you have to submit something similar to your first learning contract. In other words, you have a set of artifacts to submit. But when you look closer this time, okay, when you look closer this time, hopefully clear enough by tomorrow because I'm going to set up the submission links. Instead of 6 items, you almost have to prepare 9 items of artifacts. I could probably give you now the 9 items of artifacts, actually 10 right now, and I hope by giving you delineations of those items you need to prepare, you are motivated to get into your group work today because I'm going to give you some time to talk about the team members in your table. Number 1, in learning contract number 3, starting next week, you have week number 8, okay, and then you have week number 9, and then your week number 10. Personally speaking, each one of you has to prepare a journal based on a topic which is preferably chosen from week number 8 or week number 9 or week number 10's reading list, because learning contract number 3 focused on week number 8, week number 9, and week number 10. But since we skip learning contract number 2's artifacts, you are also allowed to choose a topic from the reading list week number 5, week number 6, and week number 7. In other words, you have 6 weeks reading lists to choose one topic for learning contract number 3, instead of just the 3 reading lists from week number 8, week number 9, and week number 10. So this point is clear. You know that, personally speaking, individually, each one of you still has to prepare one journal based on one topic chosen from 6 weeks reading lists, week number 5 to week number 10. Okay? So this is clear. That is for the journal. Second, you again have to engage yourself into the discussions for a topic of interest. But this time, it's a little bit complicated. Okay? You have a peer member, you also have some team members, okay? And remember, conventionally, in learning contract number 1, when we talk about the peer report from the 2 of you, it should contain 2 topics, one from each member in your peer, right? So your report will contain 2 topics. And similarly speaking, we told you, if you choose to submit the artifacts for learning contract number 2 in the report there, this is supposed to be a team report. And since each team contains 2 pairs, again, the team report in the second learning contract contains 2 topics. But this time, it's 1 topic from each pair in the second learning contract. Okay? So remember I told you last week, The difficulty between the second learning contract and the first learning contract is you must engage in your peer-based discussions with your member to design one topic from you or from me to be the team topic, to be included in the team report. And that is the purpose for using collaborations in the second learning contract. But remember, when I share with you last week, when you come to the third learning contract, which is based on problem-based learning, we say that it's teamwork, okay? But the whole team is going to focus on only one topic. Now, consider this. One topic. Where does this one topic come from? Each team now has 4 members because there are 2 pairs there. Okay? And each member, normally, from your experience in the first learning contract, you will have one topic. So principally speaking, when you come to problem-based learning in the third learning contract, each of the 4 members in your team is going to contribute one topic. But this time, you're only going to choose one out of the 4. Okay? And when you've chosen one out of the 4 in your team, every member in your team need to contribute to that one topic chosen. Okay? So now that is the technical challenge and also a teamwork challenge. Because how do you give up your personal topic and believe that the topic chosen there is the best one for you? Well, that is the teamwork spirit that you need to understand. Now, in the teacher's message of this week, week number 7, okay, I have given you an approach to approach this particular problem, okay? So that is the teacher's message for this week, okay? So in the teacher's message of this week, I have given you one example of a democratic process, okay, in which you have to run through among your members in the table in order to experience that. Let's say we start with a team with 4 persons, okay? So each person's come to the table with one proposal of what to do in your third learning contract, okay? Now the question is, how do we select one topic out of the 4 that is put on the table by all the members in your team? Here are the suggestions, and that is also very important that you engage in classroom discussions. You should give each team member a minimum of 5 minutes to present his or her proposals on your table. So if you have a table of 4 persons, you're going to listen to one another to tell the whole group what his or her proposal is all about. 5 minutes, okay? So at the end of all the members sharing, for 4 persons, you can use up 20 minutes in your table. At the end of 20 minutes in your table, you can come to the first round of what we call democratic evaluations. And that is what those numbers are all about. Okay? So you give your proposals a specific name. For example, Billy's proposal, Mary's proposal, James' proposal, and Peter's proposal. And each one of you on your table, at the end of the first round of elaboration, is going to give a score to each proposal, okay? Based on your subjective judgment. But for the sake of being fair, you do not give a score to your personal proposal, okay? Because you're one of the members who's going to share, right? You only give a score to the 3 other members' proposal, okay? And here's the trick. Now, I hope you keep that in mind. Many of you did not do it. If you have 4 persons in your table, taking you away, you have 3 remaining in the table. In other words, you have to give a score to 3 proposals coming from your 3 team members, okay? Now, how are you going to give the score? you can exercise the following, okay? You use the score 3, use the score 2, and use the score 1 to give the score to the 3 members proposal. But the rule is you can only use each of those score once. You cannot give A the score 3 and also give B the score 3. If you give A the score 3, you only have score 2 and score 1 to give for the other 2. Do you read my mind? Now the next time when you use the score number 2, you will not have score number 2 again. You just have to use score number 1. In other words, you force yourself to prioritize which proposal come closer to what you want. Okay? You understand that? So at the end of your scoring, you put the score on your table, okay? And you calculate the score you earned from the other 3 members. All right? So eventually, we have a total score for each table topic. Okay? Do you read me? Do you read me? Are you with me, following me? How this process works? Okay? So at the end of that, when you look at the score, I have to say that this is a very interesting process, but you have to accept it. The proposal with the lowest score is taken out. Okay? Okay, do you see what I'm trying to tell you? Do you see that? And then when you have 3 proposals left, then you invite the presenter of the 3 proposal, or better say the owner of the 3 proposal, to elaborate on the proposal one more time. Okay? Okay? This time, when the owner of that proposal elaborates on his or her proposal, you have to ask the owner specific questions on your table. What are the strengths and weaknesses of the proposal that is on your hand, which you believe is good for learning contract number 3? Now, each member must be ready to answer this question, okay? And so, again, at the end of that elaboration, that goes 5 minutes, you have 15 minutes gone, okay? And then you come to the second round of elaborations. This time, you cannot give the score to your own proposal if you're the winner, okay? So you have 2 proposals left, okay? In other words, the 3 persons who join, and you give a score between 2 and 1, okay? Better say, yes, we have 2 to left. And what about the student, okay, whose proposal got kicked out? Now, that is a very interesting step. We will give that student one of the 4, okay, whose proposal was kicked out, the advantage of giving a score of 3, 2, 1, okay, because his proposal is given out. He's given 3 choices, right? But for the remaining 3 students, you need to give a score to the 3 proposals among this, because taken out is of her own. He just have 2 and 1 to give. Okay? You see the game of mathematical calculations. So at the end of the second round of scoring, you again calculate a score of the remaining 3 proposals. Okay? And then you will find, you understand what I'm trying to say, you will finally come to a winner. Okay? Now, if at the end, 2 of the proposals have the same score, congratulations, you need to flip the card. Okay? So, allow me to introduce to you this process, what we call democratic proposal elimination process, in which you have to listen to each student or each team member's proposal. You have to exercise your voting right to express your preference, in which you have to make decisions based on a serious, okay, what we expect is serious explanations of what the proposal's strength and weaknesses is. So that's a very important message today, because next week you're going to start learning contract number 3 officially, and you have 3 weeks time to do it. And if you do not have a proposal to start with, that's the big problem. Okay? You must have a proposal to start with. So today, and also included in first day, I will give you time to work this out in class. Alright? So first of all, you have to know where you belong. Okay, so you need to come back here to look at which team you belong, reading those team affiliations. And once you know it, collect your member and go to a specific table and start out your process. But if you do not have a proposal at hand, budget some time to create a proposal. Do you still remember the way to create a proposal? In learning contract number 1, you need to have the name of the proposal. You need to come up with 3 specific questions for that proposal. You need to come up with 3 to 5 references to support your proposal, and 1 simple paragraph, not more than 200 words, to justify the significance of the proposal. And again, as I said, you have 6 reading lists to choose 1 topic from, which include week number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, may I just give you time to try this out now? Allow me to give you 5 to 10 minutes time to organize yourself based on the grouping information sheet. Now, if you really forget, okay, which pair you belong, so you can really come back to week number 6, okay, week number 6 there. Yes, right here. Under week number 6, we do have a link called, not week number 6, week number 5, called Student Teaming Informations. I have actually worked out the individual teams based on the preference expressed to me last week. And so when you please come to this link to check your identity. Now, actions, don't stay there. You have to make sure you got something moving. Time is a precious resources, okay? If you need help, you can raise your hand and come to your table, all right? So read this with teacher's message very carefully, because next week, we have a new format for classroom working, all right? So, thank you very much. You have a team over there. Check your team identity. You should not be sitting alone as a pair. You should have a team, all right? So 2 pairs coming together. Check, check, okay? Jerry, check your team identity. Ethan, check your team identity. And Annie, check your team identity. As far as I know, you have 2 pairs coming together. All right, 2 pairs. So let's see. Here you can see that directly from your name, which pair you belong, which team you belong. Okay. So you just look for the same team, okay, and come together and talk. You need to talk about yourself to see if you understand the requirements. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to take attendance to save some time. Okay, that's very important. Candy, are you here, Candy? Not here yet. Okay. Neil, am I on the right page? Yes, I think so. Neil, not here yet. Annie, thank you. Ji-Shun, thank you. Tom is here, thank you. Connie, thank you. Mark is not here yet. Okay, that's a difficult thing. Luna, thank you. Jerry, okay. Tammy, thank you. Francis, thank you. Harden, this I think he dropped, right? So, but since his name is here, that means officially he's not sending the form. Okay. Joanna, thank you. Peter, thank you. Robina, thank you. Jennifer, thank you. Sheena, thank you. Nari, thank you. Kathy, thank you. Alice, thank you. Eason, it's okay. So I think Eason, your pair number 6 and team number 5. So you look for another pair which belongs to team number 5. Okay? Yeah, pair number 4. So pair number 4, let's see. Oh, it's a team 4, are you here? So the difficulty of doing it here is I do not know if Mark is dropping the course. He is not dropping the course. Then fortunately we have 2 pairs left. Okay? So in the assignment there, when I discovered they have 2 pairs already, and because Mark is not obviously dropped, so I make the decision it's going to be looking at the 2 pairs together. So can you just manage to discuss with them first? In case we really have difficulty, I will after clarifying with Mark, maybe I suggest that he also join us. Okay. So maybe we can first we discuss with them to make sure they understand. Okay. So it's very difficult for a teacher to just move around like this. Okay. Do you have another page working for you? Yes, but only 2 of you. Oh, okay. So nice and neat, we have 5 teams because we have 21 students with 10 pairs and so on, 5 teams. But unfortunately, the number of students did not come consistently. So we cannot just take them away. So I put June and team hosts paired together. And another member from team host is Mark. Okay. Remember, at any time you have a question, you can just raise your hand and come to your table. All right? I want to make sure that you understand the steps we're going through. Because teamwork involves a lot of in-class guidance. We have to help you through the process, and we call it scaffolding. All right? You okay? That's all right. That's all right. Allow me to help you. You have to make sure that when you come together, if you do not have a proposal today, fine. You still have first day. Because first day you still can make sure you got a proposal before next week. But today you have to make sure each member in your team understand what is ahead of you, how much time you have. You just have 3 more weeks to go, and you have to produce a set of artifacts. And remember, I told you a little bit of the artifacts. For learning content number 3, I just give you 2. Okay? The first is journal, the second is discussion forum. The third is the report. Remember, this time the report is based on one topic. And that's why it's very important that you have to select one team topic for the whole teams of members to work on. Okay? And then each one of you need to write a blog. The blog is based on your understanding of that topic. Okay? So, and principally speaking, all the members in your team is going to write a blog based on the same topic. But you cannot copy from one another because you are going to have a different perspective. So it's very interesting this time, okay, for the learning contract. But after that, what do you need to submit? You need to submit 3 meeting minutes, okay? 1 meeting minutes in learning contract number 1, 2 meeting minutes in learning contract number 2, which you do not need to submit because we're waived. But when we come to learning contract 3 meeting minutes, 1 for each of the 3 minutes.
minutes, okay? Because we have a lot of things to discuss, okay? So we need 3 meeting minutes, all right? And then after that, do we need any proposal? No, because that's the last learning contract. But you need to do a PowerPoint to present the report. Okay? Yes, it's a team PowerPoint. Because you need to get ready a team-based presentations for the learning contract number 3. And one important element to support the team-based presentation is the team PowerPoint for the topic. Okay? Alright? So in learning contract number 3, you also need to get ready a PowerPoint to support the presentations of the report. And in the PowerPoint, each member of your team must get involved because you have something to do. Okay? And one optional artifact, which I will not enforce in learning contract number 3, but you need to do it in your portfolio. It's after you got your PowerPoint, you create a digital story from your PowerPoint. What is meant by create a digital story from your PowerPoint? There is some feature that you want to use with the PowerPoint. That is, normally when we use a PowerPoint, we stand here to do presentation, we flip the slides. Okay? If we stand here, if I say your presentation time at most is 30 minutes. So you talk and you flip the PowerPoint within that 30 minutes, and maybe one member talk, the other member flip. But in a digital story, normally you do not need to stand in front of people to do the presentation, but you record your narrations. You record your speech over your PowerPoint, so that each slide of the PowerPoint will have the voice of a speaker. So when you play the PowerPoint, it automatically shows you the slides, let you listen to the explanations, and flip the slides until it's end. And that is called digital story. And what you need to do is you have to have a PowerPoint first, and then you record your narrations over the PowerPoint. And the whole thing is going to be shown as a video file. And how do you do that? It's very simple. In the PowerPoint, they have a function called record narrations for this PowerPoint. You just click on the function key, record, and you speak into it. At the end of that, you save in the form of a video file. All right? And this is what you can do in the built-in functions of a PowerPoint, or you can also use some other software to do it. Many students who took this course understand this because they did it already. All right? So the differences between an in-class presentations of your report is that normally when I give each team to present your report, you have at most 30 minutes time to do it, at most. Okay? But when you do the digital story, you just have at most 15 minutes time to do it. That means your digital story cannot exceed 15 minutes. Okay? Now remember, in the third learning contract, that is an optional item. Okay? Your team can choose to do it or not to do it. If you do it, you will have bonus point for that. But one important artifact that is very important in learning contract number 3, but you have not done this in learning contract number 1. But you should have some experience trying this out in learning contract number 2. But since we did not ask you to do it and submit it, so it turns out that in learning contract number 3, it's your first time to do it. That is the wiki. Okay? You have a team wiki in learning contract number 3, where you have to maintain some team space, some peer space, and individual space. And each one of you need to get involved in creating your wiki, the peer wiki, as well as the team wiki. So it's very important. It's also a very useful technique in this course. You need to learn how to use the journal. You need to learn how to use the discussion forum. You need to learn how to use the wiki. All right? And you need to learn how to produce PowerPoints, making in-class presentations. Besides the 5 minute in-class sharing, which we pay you to have more confidence to do it, And then you also need to learn how to do digital storytelling. Okay? It's a very challenging course where you're going to pick up some essential academic skills. Okay? Of course, on top qualities, you can pick and choose the selected web technologies here, and you pick up from this course and apply it in your report. Okay? Okay, so let me give you some more time to make sure you have good discussions around the table. All right? And make sure you ask me questions if you have any. I will come to your table. Okay?
Yes, yes.
Questions? Okay, I'll come to you. Thank you. Okay, you can ask me. So I hope that I have answered some important question. And forgive me, when I answer the questions, I use sometimes Cantonese to directly talk with the persons. Okay? Okay? Yes. I'll come back. Yes, any question? Oh, yes, due to conduct discussion, using the forward, because when you use the forward, you do discussion, that faster method to just respond. Now, they also need to do is to record the collaboration details of individual member. For example, after the meeting, decisions, and one of the decisions is to allocate a task of the persons. If he is going to do it alone, individually, he wants an individual space for that member to record his work. So that every member of our team, when he or she goes to this member's page, we understand that he has every personal task, the whole team work. So the wiki was basically a very important medium to engage one another in a responsible way. Okay, for example, in the meeting today, we want to say finalize the topic so that starting next week we can have a topic for work of our members in the class. So we need each member to hold each simple topic wiki, A or her topic page, so that by this Saturday we look into see the topic pose, you can pop this network piece that's the one topic. Right. Yes. And remember the journal is individual work. Okay? And the journal is individual work. You can submit a journal topic which is not directly related to the topic of the team. But it's so much better if you know the team topic and then you look back to your team and because you know that what you can comply with the team topic. And then under the circumstances, you select a topic which will best match your contribution to the team report. You see, you have freedom to choose, but how much better if you choose a topic which is very much conducive to the success of the whole team after the team has decided on the first. Yes. That is much better. But remember, in this case, in the last year contract, the whole team is already working on one topic. If this topic must be agreed by all the members, okay, again, because originally speaking, you have 4 members on the table, each one of you is supposed to have a different topic. And how do you go from 4 different topics to one agreed topic? That is the process I just shared. Okay. Let me see any other question. Because I just want to make sure you understand the freedom you have is when you submit your individual journal topic, you can actually submit a topic which is irrelevant to the team topic. It's so much better if you select a topic which is driven directly to the team's success based on the report's topic the whole team is choosing. So it's really what we call considerations of the team success. Okay, I hope I can answer a little bit about this because it can go over. Okay, right. And we need some help about understanding the difference between form and wiki. I'm going to try again. Can you do it now? At least 5 minutes? Okay. We have it's Peter, right? Peter. Yes. We have 2 speakers today, and we missed the chance to give Peter the sharing slot. Peter, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Peter. Today, my topic is what is a wiki. According to Wikipedia, a wiki is a website which allows collaborative modification of the content and structure directly from the web browser. In other words, wiki is an internet platform provides open editorial rights of its content to visitors. Users can add, remove, or edit their content as they wish or under some kinds of supervision. The concept of wiki was first proposed by Ward Cunningham in 1994. It established a wide allows users to create virtual card stacks, supporting links among various cards. People were free to change content and links. In contemporary society, the most representative wiki website is Wikipedia. It is an open and free encyclopedia with over 38 million articles and photos and 18 billion page views per month. The rest of wiki may demonstrate the democratization of online environment. Everyone, even non-technical person, can be editors and spread their own ideas to the whole web world. Especially some wiki-based online encyclopedia, such as Wikipedia, are much more easier to collect different knowledges, even in different languages, by the cooperation of volunteers all over the world. In the information-based society, wiki is an effective and high participatory method to create and propagate information and link the world more closely than before. That's all.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much for your patience. We owed you the opportunity to share. Alex, do you want to do it? I want to make sure you got a chance to yet. So the next speaker is Alex. We also need to give him the chance.
Hello everyone, today I will share about blog. As think a blog is a discussion of your informational set published on the internet. And how does a blog impact our lives? The blog allows visitors to leave comments and even message each other on the blogs, and it is interactively that distinguish them from other static websites. And what is the function of blog? Many blogs provide commentary on a particular subject. Other function as more personal digital diaries, and other functions more as online brand advertising of a particular individual or company. And people now are become more and more shy in their daily life, and not many people want to share their feelings to others with words or expressions. So this situation will be changed by blogs. Blogs is another way for people to express. The blog gives that kind of people why it's shared in their daily life, a new way to connect with society. And as the popularity of blogging is continuous to raise, the commercial of blogging is rapidly increased as well. And many corporations and companies collaborate with bloggers to increase advertising and engage online communities towards their products. So that's what I will share with you today.
Thank you, Alex. One on wikis, the other on blogs. And this is very important. We have your teammates or classmates coming up to share. And if you notice, the call for participations in this week and also in subsequent week have also included peers coming up to share. Okay, not just one person. So when you have a peer coming up to share, the two of you can do conversations to arouse the interest of the whole class on topic. And remember, you do not need to have all the answer. You're just here to share the question so that we can be stimulated to think along with you. It's very important to do something like this. Now we have 5 minutes left. Allow me to make sure that you understand the importance of working with the wiki. In the last learning contract, the wiki is a medium for collaborations among members of your team. And normally, when you have to do a team project on a specific topic, you have the decisions of dividing the job. So you have different tasks to be completed. And normally you have to assign the task through negotiations to different members of the team, including the peers, including individual member, and including the joint effort. So the wiki could be designed based on the needs to divide it into different pair space, individual space, and team space. It could also be designed to have different work desks. That who is going to work on the work desk? Because in your team, you're going to have the roles. If you read today's message, I suggest that you have a leader in your team or the coordinator. You have a secretary in your team. You have a liaison member in your team. You have the work tracker in your team. So you have different roles to play to remind team member what to do, when the deadline is, and why we need to talk about what. So in the wiki, you can have small rooms with different desks for specific purposes. It's very up to you how to design them. Now the differences between a wiki and a forum is a forum is a medium for you to have a quick answer on a quick topic. If you have anything you feel doubt about, you go to the forum and ask question. It's structured in the question-answer format. But in the wiki, it's structured in anything you like, including the report format. Okay, so that's the reasons why we need to learn how to write in the wiki. It's a very useful Web 2.02, design a forum, the journal, and also the chat room. So I think I'm going to stop here today, and I hope when you come back here the first day, you get ready individually a topic, and I'll also give you time to discuss about the topic. Hopefully, and this is a very important thing, before next week, you have a team topic to start with. All right? So that's it for today. CISG114, Section 1, Web Technology and Light, day number 13 into week number 7. Last week, for learning contract 2. Okay.